obviously those intersections of adversarial series, and then now this awesome designation you all have this weekend?
Well, I'm thankful. I think, as you look back on it now, I'm 37, 16 years in the league. Dirk's 21 years in the league, a little bit older than me. You appreciate having someone like that, that's a part of your journey, that pushes you. And I think we both kind of helped push each other, whether it was 06 when we won, what happened that following summer for him and his team, and then 11 when they won. I think, we're an important part of each other's stories, and I think it's cool.
In 06, obviously top of your list, but you also have the MVP here in this building from All-Star. You have that Christmas Day avenging game as well, where you played well. Just your thoughts overall.
I don't really think we really got much avenge.
You did what you could on one day.
No, I mean, I was talking about this, to somebody recently. Dallas is a part of my story that don't get talked about a lot. When they talk about the importance of certain cities, Chicago and Milwaukee and Miami, obviously. But Dallas is a big part of that. Obviously winning the championship here is my third year in the league, and then winning the MVP here, my only MVP as an All-Star. And when I lost in the finals here in 11, it changed my career. It changed my mindset of how I approach the rest of my career. So it's very important, definitely.
Why did it change your mindset?
Well, me at that time, I don't know if you guys remember the story, but that was after that is when I sat down with Bron and I took a step back, and I started to me it wasn't about the individual part of it anymore. It was really about team success, and I had to take a step back. And after losing that finals, we don't lose that finals, we win that one. We still going, and me and Bron still, fighting it out to see who's the best. I took a step back at that point and kind of, let him take over. An organization that I would call mine before that. So I just changed my mindset after losing, because that's not why we came together. And once we lost that, it just opened my eyes.
Dwyane, Dirk said that you guys had some frosty times, and the fans probably still remember that. You've kind of warm reception on the road this year. Do you think you have a warm reception tonight here in Dallas?
I don't know. I don't really concern myself with it. Whatever reception I get, I'm fine with it. We've had some great times as competitors. Obviously the series we had in 06 was talked about a lot, and then 11 we had some things, but that's all behind me, man. In my career, me and Dirk has had great conversations. We have great respect for each other, I'm even happy to even have my name, parallel to such a great player and a great person. So, all that stuff is so far behind and so far gone.
I know you've done the jersey swap with a lot of different guys. Have you thought about, will that be Dirk tonight? Or
I would love to. I haven't got turned down yet, but I would love to. Obviously, here in his home, to be able to exchange jerseys with him and just have that moment. I think it'd be great, not only for myself, but I think it'd be great for the game. Two guys who, competed versus each other, who was in each other's way to get what each individual wanted, championships, and just to show that mutual respect for each other's careers. I think it'll be a great moment.
Was that you did the grab the rebound and threw the ball up like you did in 06 there at the end of your warm-up? Was that something that was kind of impromptu, or did you come in here thinking?
No, they asked me to do it out there. They asked me to reenact it, so I reenacted it a little bit. This is my last time here as an active athlete. And I remember, man, you cannot not remember the journey that it took. I remember so much, even the hotel that we stand in and the walk into this arena, even standing here right here. One of the videos, I was standing right here. I was very drunk, off champagne, but this is what we were celebrating at. You can't, you remember all those things. And I remember it the other way too. I remember in 11 when we didn't walk out of here, winners. I remember some of those walks and some of those, moments as well. So it's definitely just a lot of memories here for me. And I'm thankful for those memories, because of them, I'm able to walk away from this game with my head up high.
You have the way away brand, the lean brand, and now the NBA, you're probably here allows guys to express themselves through sneakers and things. What do you think about that?
Well, I think it's great. I mean, the NBA is a progressive league, and I think allowing players just to express themselves in so many different ways is great. Whether it's even from the standpoint of us when we speak out in all organizations, the NBA, they support us, being individuals. As well as this the NBA, and it's all about the league, but we also are individual people. So it's great to be able to have some of that, individuality, and you can express it obviously with what you wear, what you say, but also in your sneaks. And I'm glad that they allowed that to open up this year.
Two more questions, guys.
Dwyane, obviously, earlier this year you did an interview with Business Insider about possibly owning a team. Have you reached out to the Sonic group at any time this year?
Well, so it got a little. I love Seattle. I thought it was great. Unfortunately, it's not a part of the NBA. So when the question was asked to me about kind of like what franchise you want to see back and things of that nature, Seattle was one for me. And when you're talking about who I want to be ownership with, Miami get first dibs, and then I go from there. So obviously this organization would be the first one that I would love to sit down and talk about that when the time is right. But from there, I live on the West Coast as well, so I definitely would love to see Seattle come back and be a big part of the NBA because it's a great sports town. So that's kind of got a little twisted of what I really was saying.
Are you looking forward to sharing All-Star Weekend a little bit with Dirk, with you all kind of having this honorary pairing?
Yeah, I think it's going to be cool, man. Obviously me and him has had our fair share of All-Star games, so this one coming into this one is a lot different, of what we're looking to get out of it. But I know it would be moments in there where, we would appreciate, this opportunity to be there with the game's greats, with the up-and-coming guys, with the guys that stars in this league now, and to be able to, to take it all in for the last time. For me, I know it'll be special that I get to do it with, my kids and my loved ones, but also with one of the game's greats. I'm glad that, this position that Alan Silver put to the side for us, that it is me and Dirk. I think it fits. I think it's right, and I'm appreciative of it.
You're closing your career, and Luka's starting his. What have you seen from the rookie, Luka Doncic?
He's a hell of a player, hell of a young player, but he just, it seems like he's been here before already. He's just very seasoned, and I think Dallas Mavericks fans, the NBA sports fans around the world should be excited about what he can do for the next 20 years in this game. As a fan of the game, I love watching him play. He does things on the court that you just, it wows you. So it's great. You guys got a good one. Keep him. I'm sure Mark Cuban will.